Hello everyone, nice to meet you again in learning English with me. And in this video, we continue learning the lesson on C. We are family. Yeah, and in this videos, we learn about grammar skill. Okay, so let's move the first part A. Yeah, I have this question for you. In a family with two children, do you think it's better to be the older or younger brother or sister and wife? So, in my opinion, I think it is better, right? If we are older a brother or older sisters, because yes, when you were a child, you already understand about the feeling that you must be responsible to take care of the people for your younger brother or younger sisters, right? So it is very useful for you when you are grown up. So in working or in doing anything, you will understand about that feeling, and you will try to do everything to protect your families. Yeah, so from that will create a great motivation for you in this life. Yeah, to work, right, as well as for studying. So I think yeah, it is very important to have you can be successful. Yeah, in the future. Yeah, it is my answer for this question. So if you do not agree with my answer, so you can help me now by typing your comment. You also can share your opinion to all of us. Yeah. Now, for the next part, Abby, right? You're going to read an article about two sisters, Wendy. She's the younger sister, and Connie, the older sister. Before you read, predict the answer to the questions below, and you write W for Wendy and C for Connie. Yes, we will have these uh, opinions, right? Yeah, yeah. This opinion. Who do you think had the more strangest hairstyles? Now you just predict, yeah. And you think it is Wendy or it is Kanye, and then we will read the article, right, to help us know exactly the answers. Okay. Had the more eccentric hairstyles. So in here, I think for the person, right, who had the more eccentric hairstyle, it is Candy, and as you can see in this picture, right, when they were children, they see Candy and they see Wendy, because Wendy is a younger brother sister, right? So through this picture, you can guess who is elder sister and who is younger sister, right? And here is Candy, so you continue for this hairstyle, right? It is very eccentric, okay? It is Candy, right? And admire her sister. So I think for this, I think Wendy, because Wendy is a younger sister, right? And as I know for almost younger brother as well as a younger sister, they admire their elder brother or the elder sister so much. Usually, yeah, for elder brother or elder sister, they will be more beautiful than you. Usually, yeah, in all families, you can see that for elder brother or elder sister, right? They are beautiful than you. So that's why usually she will admire about them. And another thing that usually for elder sister, right? They will have more friends than Jews. Yeah. So that's why I think in here, Wendy, yes, she admire her sister and didn't want to be with her sister. I think Kanye, yeah, I think Kanye has a lot of friends, right? So for Wendy is a younger sister, and she did not have many friends, and also she want to follow and go to everywhere with Candy. So I think Wendy will have the feeling that she really want to follow her Candy, but I think Candy did not like that because of course, Wendy will bother her, right? Yeah, so she cannot place place freely with her friends, right? And can talk anything because if she thought something wrongly, right? So Wendy will come back and tell that to their mom or their dad. Yeah, it is not good for Candy. So that's why I think Candy didn't want to be with her sister and follow her sister everywhere. As I told you, right? It is Wendy and try to compete with her sister. I think it is Wendy as well. As I told you, because Wendy admired to her sister, right? So she admired because your sisters, your elder sister, right, is more beautiful than you and have more friends than you. So that's why you will have the feeling that you will, yes, you will want to compete, right? Yeah, and want to prove that you are better than your elder sister. Okay, wasn't a good student. I think it is Kanye, right? Because you can look at this picture when Kanye's first child, right? She was very beautiful, and usually for girls, right, who is beautiful, yes, they do not focus on learning so much. They just care about their appearance and try to wear beautiful clothes. Yeah, so that's why I think Kanye was a good student. And for next, told her parents when her sister did something wrong. It is Wendy, right? Yeah, as I already told you. Yeah. And due to her sister physically, so I think usually for elder sister, right? Yes, they sometimes they will pinch or bite or hurt their younger sister. Yeah, because they are older, so usually they are stronger, right? So they will order demand, and sometimes they also use violence. Yeah, uh, to threaten. Yeah, their younger sister, and were jealous of her sister. Was jealous of her sister. I think Candice, as you can see this picture, right? Yes, I think Candice is not as beautiful as her elder sister Candice, right? But you can see that Wendy, when she was a child, right? She was very attractive, so I think many people like her and love her. So that's why I think Candice will have this kind of feelings, right? She was jealous of her younger sister. Okay, and always defended the other sister. I think Candy, because Candy is elder sister, right? So it is the natural feeling that when you go out, right, with your younger sisters, and you will try to protect, defend for your sister. Okay. Now we will read these articles, and after reading, right, we check our answer. Yeah, I already predict, right? I already predict this. Yeah, for the answer, but I'm sure to you that they are not totally right? So that's why we need to read this article and then we check again. Okay, now we are families. Two sisters tell the truth about themselves and each other. Wendy Wilson and her older sister Candy are the daughters of Beach founder Brian Wilson. They formed the band Wilson Phillips with the daughter of Michelle Phillips of the Mamas and Papas. And their first albums was quite hit. Today they are both married and live in Los Angeles. Here they talk about their relationship. Wendy, the younger sister, says, I always thought Candy was really cool, especially when she was a teenager and had bright red spiky hair. Yes, do you remember for the prediction, right? Yeah, so in here already confirmed my answer is right? In here, younger sister Wendy said that, right? Candice, right, was a teenager and had bright red spiky hair, right? So it is eccentric. Okay. But like most older sister, she wasn't at all interested in her younger sister. I desperately wanted to be with her and her friends, and sometimes I used to follow them, but she hated that, right? And here you can see that for Wendy's, right? Always want to follow with Kanye and her friends, right? But Candy didn't like that. Okay, she hated that. When we were kids, we both had a lot of material things like toys and clothes. But even then, we knew that mom and dad weren't happy, right? We used to talk about it all the time, and after a while, they separated and we stayed with my mom. We didn't see dad for quite a few years, which really hurt us. But it's also the thing that brought me and Candy closer together, right? Yeah. When I was 16 or 17, the 1.5 year age gap between us didn't matter anymore, and we started to get on with each other and to write songs together. Okay, being in a band or working at anything with a member of your family can be difficult, but it also has advantages. If we have a big argument about a song, after a while we remember that we are sister and we make it up. Nothing is going to stop us from being sisters. Okay, good. And now for Candy, right? The older sister says, I sometimes think that poor Wendy has spent all her life competing with me. Yes, through this sentence already confirmed. My answer is right. Do you remember? Yeah, there is one sentence that I want to ask us, right? Who really want to compete with other sister. It is Wendy, right? Through this sentence, we already know. She was a very quiet, shy child, while I was incredibly talkative and demanding. I was awful. I wasn't interested in studying. Yeah, so that's why she was not a good student, right? All I wanted to do was go to the parties, and when they used to tell my parents. So it was horrible to her. I used to pinch her and by her, right? Who, yeah, physically hit her sister that Candy, right? Yeah, you see that Candy used to pinch Wendy and by Wendy. I was very jealous of Wendy also because she was more attractive than me. Yeah, in here that we know Wendy, she was jealous with Wendy, right? Because Wendy is more attractive than Candy. But she always defended me when other people criticize me, and sometimes it seemed as if she was the older sister and I was the younger one. Yes, through this sentence we understand, right? Who often defend other sister that Wendy. Yeah, Wendy always defended Candy, right? When other people criticize Candy. And sometimes it seems as if she was the older sister and I was the younger one. Yeah, and sometimes Mike Candy had this kind of feeling, right? She was younger sister and she was not elder sister. Okay, although we were complete opposites, we were also very close and had a lot of fun together. We still do, right? I think I suffer a lot because of my father leaving us when we were small. But when he helped me to understand that dad loved us too, but in a different way. She also taught me that you can't blame other people for your problems. You have to look at yourself. Yeah, I appreciate about this lesson, right? Uh, that you can't blame other people for your problems. You have to look at yourself. Okay. Now we need to check the answer, right? Okay, and for this, who had more eccentric hairstyles? Yeah, I say it is Candice, right? It is right, right? Admire her sister Wendy as well, right? Didn't want to be with her sister Candy, right? It is right. Follow her sister everywhere, Wendy is right. Try to compete with her sister Wendy, right? Wasn't a good student, Candy, right? Told her parents when her sister did something wrong, right, Wendy? Do you remember that? Sometime, right? Wendy told her parents when her sister that Wendy did something wrong, right? So that's what Wendy's were horrible to Wendy's and due to pins and by Wendy. Due to her sister physically, actually It is Candice, not Wendy, right? So I'm wrong for this. Yeah, Candice. Yeah, Candice used to pinch and buy Wendy, right? So she used to hurt her sister physically, and was jealous of her sister. Yeah, and for this, Candy is right, right? Because Wendy was more attractive than Candy. Okay. Always defend this to other sisters than Wendy. It is not Candy, right? You should remember when other people criticize Candy, so Wendy defend this, yeah, for Candy, and that's also make Candy has the feeling that, but Candy has the feeling that she was younger sisters and she was not elder sister, right? Okay. Okay. Now we need to come back the last slide, right? Last view. Okay, in here, and we need to move next. Okay. Now look at the highlighted words and phrases in pairs to the right meaning A or B. Okay, now we need to type the picture, right? Yeah, so please touch the picture and notice the highlighted words or phrases. Yeah, did you see? I should check for the words cool, kiss, age gap, right? Okay, and then we will have a definition, the meaning, and we need to select the right definition for this words. Okay, one picture. Yeah, and here, second picture. Yeah, please start the picture, friend. Okay, and here. Okay. So we just need to type the three picture. Yeah. Yeah. So good. Now we need to come back at the last view, right? Okay. Come back last view. Okay. Okay. Did you type the picture? Now I need to open one picture. Yeah. Open one picture to see. And for the first picture, we have the word cool. Did you see the word cool? So now, with this word, it means boris or fashionable. For the word cool. So let me see. Yeah, for the word cool, right? In the sentence, when it says, I always thought Candy was really cool, right? I always thought Candies were very cool, especially when she was a teenager and had a bright red spiky hair. So it's mean fashionable, right? Okay. So for the second word, kids, right? When we were kids, kids is mean in here, right? They are children. Okay, so we select the right definition that A. Okay. For the word trees, age gap, right? Let me read again this sentence so you can guess the meaning of the first age gap. When I was 16 or 17, the 1.5 year age gap between us it didn't matter anymore, right? Okay. So it's mean about it's different, right? Age gap is different. Okay. So through this sentence, you understand that for Candice, right? She is older than Gladys for 1.5 year. Okay. And for the word number 4, right? Let me see number 4. For the phrase make it up. Yeah, number 4, make it up, right? So let me see the sentence. If we have a big argument about a song after a while, we remember that we are sister and we make it up. Yeah. So with this phrase, it means we become friends again, right? Yeah. So for the right answer is A, become friends again, make it up. Okay, good. And for the word number 5, right? Yeah. I need to zoom in the picture so I can see clearly the sentence. Yeah. Criticize. Criticize, right? Let me show to you. Those are optional answer. Mean kiss or hurt with your fingers. Number 5. I'm sorry. Yeah. For the word number 5. Yeah. Yeah. For the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah. For the word number 5, make it up. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the word number 5, make it up. Hmm. Yeah, for the Yeah, for the verse number 5, it means to pinch. Yeah, actually for the verse number 5 is pinch. Did you see the sentence? So I was horrible to her as you to pinch her and buy her. Yeah, so now we want to understand about the meaning of the word pinch. Yeah, pinch. So pinch is mean hurt with your fingers, right? And I forget to make to make highlights, right? To make a highlight to this verse. I'm sorry, but in here we want to understand about the meaning of the word pinch. Yeah. So pinch mean hurt with your fingers. Okay. And for the word number 6, right? Yeah. Let me see number 6. But she always defended me when other people criticize me. Yeah. So we need to understand about the meaning of the word criticize. Criticize is mean say bad thing about, right? Yeah. It is not about say good thing. Okay. Yeah. For the right for the right definition of the word criticize, right? Number 6, it is A. Okay. And for the word number 7, we were also very close. Okay, so let me read again this sentence. Although we were complete opposites, we were also very close and had a lot of fun together. Yeah, we were also very close. It's been we got on very well or we got on very badly. Yeah. So for the right answer is A, right? We were also very close. It means we got on very well. Okay. And for the finals was a blame, right? As I told you before, I like this lesson so much. Okay. She also taught me, this means Wendy also taught Candy, right? That you can't blame other people for your problems. You have to look at yourself. So in here, we need to understand the meaning of the word blame. This means ask for help or say that somebody is responsible for something bad. So blame is mean that say that somebody is responsible, right, for something bad. Yeah, and you cannot blame for other people. You need to be responsible for that or for, right? Okay. And next, for part E, right? We have one question. Do you think their relationship is typical of brothers and sisters? And for me, I absolutely agree that for their relationship, right? Wendy and Candice is typical of brother and sister. Usually for a younger brother or sister, they will try to compete, right, with the elders ones. Because usually for elders, brother or sisters, right, they are quite horrible because they always try to demand and say their younger brother or younger sister, right, have to do this, have to do that, so you will try to compete, right, to prove that you are so strong and you yes, you are better than your elder brother or sister, right? And another thing, usually for elder brother or sister, so they have more friends, right? So that's why you also try to compete with them, like you try to compete with them and want to place with your elder brother or sister friends as well, right? Yeah, and you also want to prove that like you are more attractive, you are more beautiful than your elder brother or sister, right? Yeah. It is about the kind of feelings. And when you are younger brother or sisters, you always want to get much more affection, right? Much more love from your parents. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why you will try to compete with your elder brother or elder sister as well. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see that Wendy twice. Yeah. Always try to compete with her elder sister Candice. Yeah, and yeah, for Candice, she's elder sister, right? She sometimes, right? Pinch and by her. Yeah, it is also typical of the relationship between brother and sister, right? Yeah, because for elder brother or elder sisters, they are Usually, right, when they were children, for elders, brother or sisters, they are bigger than, right, and their younger ones. So that's why they will use their physical powers, yeah, to threaten, yeah, their younger brother by hitting, yeah, or they use their fingers, right, yeah, they pinch, or they bite, and use their teeth, they bite their younger brother or sister. But anyway, it is because they are just the kids, right? So I think this was a good memories to remember. Yeah, and for me, I also have one elder brother when we were children. Yes, we often, right, uh, fought with each other. Yeah, we fought with each other. Yeah, and you know that sometimes I buy my elder brother, and my elder brother also by me. Yeah, we use the hands, we punch each other. Yeah, and we also score, right? You bad words to talk to each other. Yeah, but now for those things, yes, was for those things, right? This was a good memories, and I sometimes I remember about those things. Yeah, this were very great. Okay, now we move on next part. How was work? Okay, how was work? Now, please look at the synthesis from the yes the topic, right, of this lesson. We are families. Yeah, we are families. Text. We have two sentences. We started to get on with each other. And another example, you have to look at yourself, right? So in here we will learn and to understand about in which case we can use is others, or in which case we should use reflexive pronoun. We use is others when A does an action to B and B does the same action to A. Okay. We have one examples that we love each other. It means I love you and you also love me, right? We use a reflexive pronoun such as myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, themselves, when the subject of the verb is the same as the object. For example, right, I cut myself. Another example, she looked at herself in the mirror, right? Okay. You can also use the reflexive pronoun for emphasis, such as like this, right? We have one example. Nobody helped me. I did it all myself. Okay. Now we need to complete the sentence with each other or reflexive pronouns. Would you remember about reflexive pronoun such as yourself, right? Yourself, myself, itself, right? Herself, himself, ourselves, themselves. Yeah, they are reflexive pronoun. Okay. And here we have six sentences, right? So you need to put the right phrase in here. You should put the phrase each other or a reflexive pronoun. For the sentence number one, after argument, they didn't speak to, for the way, they didn't speak to each other, right? Yes. I did not talk to, I did not speak to B, and B did not talk to A as well, right? Okay. For the sentence number two, this light is automatic. It turns itself on and off, right? Okay, it turns itself on and off. Number three, we built the house. It took 3 years. Yeah, we built the house ourselves, right? Yeah, we do not hire laborers. We do not need the support from other people. We do by ourselves, right? Yeah, so that's why in here we use a reflexive pronoun ourselves. We built the house ourselves. It took 3 years. Yeah, it is a long time, right? It was a long time, yeah, to finish to build the house. Yeah, because you do not hire other laborers, right? Do not need the support from other people. Just a few people build the house. So that's why it took 3 years. Okay. For the sentence number four, we only see once a month. Yeah, we only see each other, right? Once a month is mean that one time a month, and you see your friend, right? Okay, we only see each other once a month. But actually, so for this sentence, I also wonder we can do the reflexive pronouns ourselves, right? We only see ourselves on someone or each other. Yes, I also want to ask you. It is we should say that we only see ourselves once a month, or we only see each other once a month. So, in my opinion, when we just two people, right? You and your friends, right? Two people only see each other once a month. I think we should do each other. But in the case that three or four people, right? So we should do ourselves. We only see ourselves once a month. So it depends on the number, right, of the people. Yeah. So for me, I think the best choice is each other. Okay. So how do you think about this? So if you think different, please with me. If you think different, please with me, right? So please tell us know about this by typing your comments. Okay. And for the next sentence, number 5, right? They argue a lot. They don't understand each other, right? Yeah. And I blame for the accident. It was my fault. I blame myself, right? For the accident. It was my fault. Okay. Good. Now the homework for you. Firstly, give your answer for requirement of part B. Yeah, do you remember for part B is that we will have several um, sentences, right? And you need to predict, yeah, for the right answer, right? Okay. Do you remember about part B? Okay. And you need to read article and check your answer. Yeah. Explain why if you are correct in the case, and if you are incorrect, please correct again and explain. Yeah, you need to explain for your answer. It is correct, and you also need to explain why it is correct, right? And if it is not correct, you need to correct it again and also explain why it is incorrect. Okay. So please record the video, right? About your readings, yeah, about your saying. So for anything like I am doing now, yeah, we need to do like this to improve our speaking. Yeah, it is really important. So that's why I make these videos, right? Yes, I also teach English for you, but it is also helpful for me to help me improve my English. Okay. Thanks all for watching and hopefully you like this video and see you in next video and bye bye.